Good evening, all. I am Count Dracula, and to kick off this Christmas season, I will be reading A Visit from St. Nicholas by Clement Clark Moore. So, without further ado, A Visit from St. Nicholas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
Hey Drac, have you seen Tyler? Ooh, what you doing?
Shelly, what are you doing here? I am in the middle of a very important recording.
Then, why didn't you turn on the recording sign?
I did.
Oh.
Now, where was I?
Can I record? I want to record.
No. Now sit down and be quiet.
Fine.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and... What are you doing?
I'm pulling up a seat. You told me to sit down.
Let's try again. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
A question, whose house?
What?
You said went all through the house. What house?
I don't know, it doesn't say, but presumably the narrator's house.
Oh, okay, so your apartment complex.
No, the story's narrator.
You're the narrator.
Okay, fine. We'll say, for the sake of the recording, that yes, it's my apartment. Now, may I continue?
Yeah.
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house, when all through my apartment, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Now it doesn't rhyme.
And that a creature was stirring inside the compartment?
That makes no sense. I'll just move on. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds.
Whose children?
I don't know, it doesn't say.
Are the children in your apartment?
I guess.
Oh, so it's your niece.
Sure.
Wait, but it's children plural.
The child was nestled, all snug in her bed, while visions of sugar plums danced in her head.
What is a sugar plum?
It's a hard candy. It's kind of like a nut coated with sugar, traditionally served at Christmas time.
Oh, gross.
And Mama in her kerchief. And no, I don't know who Mama is. Anyway, Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap.
Wait, are you gonna hibernate?
When out on the lawn there rose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash.
Flew like a flash. Is that a figure of speech, or did you actually fly? Because I know you can fly. I just need you to clarify.
Figure of speech. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes did appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick.
Gee, what gave it away? Was it the reindeer or the sleigh? Ooh, I'm rhyming now.
More rapid than eagle his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name.
Whistled, shouted, called them by name. He was doing all of that at once. Sounds pretty impossible. I'm starting to think you're not the most reliable narrator.
He whistled, then shouted, then called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all! As leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky.
What does that mean?
It's just poetic. The poet is describing the way it looked when Santa flew off in his sleigh.
Well, they should have just said that.
So up to the house-top the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling...
So, when one measures time by twinklings, what would that amount be in seconds?
I don't know. I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot.
He only had 1 foot?
No, Shelly. He has 2 feet. It's just supposed to rhyme with soot, which you would know if you would just let me finish the poem. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot. and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot.
He was dressed in all fur from his head to his feet, and I knew for a fact this was no chimney sweep. Fixed it. He has 2 feet again.
That doesn't even... Ugh. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bowl, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly.
Jelly doesn't laugh. And who puts jelly in a bowl?
It's referring to gelatin, and it's saying he shakes like gelatin, not he laughs like gelatin, because that wouldn't make any sense. Use your basic, common sense.
It said he laughed like a bowl full of jelly.
It was finishing the thought. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself.
Rude.
A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and all a good night!" And a very happy Christmas to all of you listening out there tonight.
That's it?
Yes,
What kind of a story was that?
it's just a poem.
Where was the inciting incident? The hero's journey?
It's a poem. It doesn't need all that.
Edgar Allan Poe would beg to differ. You ever read The Raven, Dracula? Now that's a poem.
Shelley, you have exactly 10 seconds to get out of my studio before I take that skeleton head of yours and use it as a bowling ball.
Shish, we'll talk like that. Who needs the Raven?
Out!
I hear ya. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
God bless us, everyone.
Wrong Christmas story!